I just love that music. I don't know
I do
why,
too.
but
I was,
it's good, right? It just is like, and I got to stop before, we actually go live. So, anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab a friend, share with a friend, bring them in. Come on in and say hello. Let us know that where you are and how you're doing today and how you're feeling today. And I'll introduce you to my special guest who is so kind to fill in today because Karen couldn't join us today. She was
so
being on
kind.
WGN.
Oh,
WGN.
nice.
WGN, yes. And let's say good hello to people. Hello, Stacy. Thank you for being here. Angie, hello. How are you? And Angie, I hope you get your book. I am sending you the book. So I'll give you a tracking number tomorrow. Priscilla, hello. Good to see you. And Katrina, hello, Katrina. Hello from Australia. Look
Wow.
at that, Aria. You're bringing people in from Australia.
Oh, the OZ. Hi,
Yes.
Australia.
Yes. And then we got a lot of people coming in. Hello, Mo, from Pomona, New York.
Cool.
Pomona, hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Um, Diane Sims, who's known as Sister Sledge, good to see you.
All right.
Dina, good to see you. Crystal, hello, my friend from Indiana. Uh, our friend Sarah, all the way from the UK, good to see you, Sarah. And lovely for you to meet Aria. Thank you very much.
Thank
Sharon,
you.
hello.
Lovely
Hope
to
you're
meet you.
doing well. Emmy, good to see you from New Mexico. And Mikey is obviously from the Chicago area, O'Hare Airport. And hello, Connie, good to see you. Gina, good to see you. Katrina's sending you hearts. Julie Tucker. Hello, Julie Tucker. Hello, my sincere thanks to Crystal. Excellent. And Julie, I saw that you wanted to join the Inner Collective. Thank you for joining. You have to answer those questions. And if you have questions, contact myself or our admin, Priscilla. And you were saying instead of moderator, we need to call them a what?
Oh, mediator.
A
You have to say it like
moderator.
this. Yeah,
And
exactly.
moderator.
Mediator.
Like a moderator, yes. Uh, Yvonne, hello. Good to see you all the way from Canada. So,
Nice to meet
guys,
you.
I'm going to have to tell you, um, I am so happy to have Aria here. She was so gracious to come yesterday and just do a quick little intro piece. And the beautiful thing is that Aria and I go back 1998. I mean, really, truly,
Yeah.
1998. And we worked together at a crazy 50s, 60s restaurant called Ed DeBevick's. Some of you have
Mhm.
already heard the story, but Ed DeBevick's, where you got the ability to be a little sassy with your client.
A
I don't,
little.
a little, yeah. And back then, we all had different names. I had two names. I had Chaz, who was a nerd character, and then I had Scooby, who was a
It was the real you.
musketeer. A
That was,
musketeer.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I was applying to be a manager, this lady was, I don't know if you know this story. And Aria's name was Daisy
Yep.
back then. And you started when the store opened, the restaurant opened, right?
Yes, I did. 1 week
Yeah.
after the hard opening, I was on the floor. Yep.
Crazy, crazy,
Hmm.
crazy. And you were, wasn't like Patsy on roller skates or something?
I don't know, but Patsy's the only person that was there longer than me. She was the, yeah, that
That's
stayed.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That stayed, right.
Patsy, if you're
So
listening, we love you.
we
Mwah.
love you, Patsy. And Patsy's son and I were in a play
Frank.
together.
Oh,
Frank and I were in a
cool.
play together back when I was 16 at
Oh,
Chicagoland Theatrical Troupe.
one
Crazy,
of the nicest
crazy,
men in the
crazy.
world. Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so
Yeah.
funny. Um, anyway, so there I am. And my station was kind of dead. I had the whole back room or the middle room, I should say, because it was towards the shift changings. Now, Aria got smart. She was doing all the parties. She got to do all the parties, which was great for
I
you.
also had seniority, so I could ask for
You
them.
could
But
too,
yes,
whatever you
I
wanted, right?
did seem kind of
Exactly.
smart because, Well, I loved them. Well, anyway, go ahead.
You were good at
Yes.
them too. And
Thanks.
I learned about partying from you. I learned how to do the party setup and everything from you, which was greatly appreciated. So I'm sitting there, and I was a server trainer, and that happened within like 3 months of working there um, because of my management background. And this lady came in. She was sitting all by herself. She literally had like this much black roots, and the rest of her hair was blonde. And she was by herself, and I said, "Hey, lady, can I sing a song for you?" And she said, "Yeah." And back in the day, what we used to do, you guys, is when somebody had a birthday, we used to be like, "This is your birthday song. It isn't very long," and then we'd walk away.
Right.
And so I clapped, and I said, "Everybody clap." And I'm like, "Oh, you guys are off beat. Let me sing a song for you. Do you mind?" And the lady's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So I got really close to her, and I looked down at her roots and I started to sing. And I see your true color shining through. And everybody laughed, and she thought it was funny. And she goes, "Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this when you apply for your management position." Yeah, she
And
was
who are you talking to?
head of HR. I forgot
Oh
her
my
name.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's funny. Anyway, but that's not why you guys are here to hear about our Ed DeBevick story. Let me continue introducing you to Aria. Hello, Dee Dee. Good to see you. Julie, hello. And Julie, hello. Lee Michael, whoops. Lee Michael, hello. Good to see you. Also a psychic medium
Oh, cool.
from the East Coast. Thank you, Janelle. Good to see you, Janelle. Aloha. I've missed you. Aloha, everyone. So we're sitting here and we're talking, and Aria was always like the voice of reason for me at Debuvix. She was smart. She was very even keel. Not much bothered her, and you knew if something bothered her, something was definitely wrong.
Whoa.
So we had a group of us, and a group of us were very into the whole woo-woo stuff.
Yes.
And you have been doing this work now for how long?
Uh, 1995 in one form or another.
I just think that's amazing. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing.
Thanks.
Um, and you are well known in Chicago. And is there anything that you want me to add, or you can add to the story that you want to share with everybody?
Uh, I don't know if I'm well known in Chicago. I think I'm just all right. Okay. I'm well known in Chicago. I also have clients from everywhere, and people seem to find me. I've had several people from across the pond. So
Yeah.
and Costa Rica and two in Brazil, and I think I had a Belize last year, and
Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it at all. No. So anyway, so I don't know why I'm talking about that. That's not important. But thank you for saying I'm well
You're
known.
welcome. I think you're welcome.
I I like to think that my reviews indicate that I'm well known. So there you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
So anyway,
And is there a certain form of intuitiveness that you prefer? Do you like cards, pendulum? You just go with what you get? You know, how does it work with your clients? What do you like about it, and how do you operate? Is what I'm
I
asking.
do go with what I get, and there's plenty of things that shut me off. So I have like a whole like laundry list. Well, it's not that long, but I have a list that I make people sign off on before they're a client for the first time, where they recognize that I don't read, for instance, life or death, uh,
Yep.
or hiring or firing, or breaking up, or getting about to be proposed to, um, or lawsuits. Oh my God. Or time frames. I've had a lot of feedback that my time frames are great, but I can't feel them. And
Sure.
so I don't, I make people say that they won't, feel confident about my time frames simply because I don't. And so when you ask how my favorite, if I can't get someone, I pretty much can't read them. I can ask questions on their behalf and get yes or no answers a lot of the time. Um, Almost all the time, actually. And I can get psychic impressions with the yes or no answers. And my yeses and nos are built into my body. I don't need a, I actually can't get a pendulum to move. It just sits there like mocking me.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Okay. And I don't do this for yes and no, although I do understand.
This thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
do understand if you want to
yeah.
use it because just like any muscle testing, it does have some good information. I
Right.
don't sway for yes and no. It's deep in my gut and it pulls in for yes and pushes out for no. So I either give what I get to answer your question, either give what I get, or I ask yes and no questions and thereby get. And I'll talk. I'll say, well, is it this? Oh, is it that? And then I'll say, oh, that's a huge yes. Oh, that's a medium yes. Oh, that's like 105 out of 100 no. Things like that. So, and I also here, I have all my clairs, but my predominant one is clear cognizance, which is a sense of knowing and impressions
And
without
that's the
intellectual
hardest.
lead up.
That's the hardest one, you guys. Clear cognizant, because what we do in our natural human state is we doubt. We all doubt. We all have fear, and it's really trusting. It's really trusting that you are getting messages from the divine. It's so clear. And as you know, I have all the eclairs. I'm sorry, all the clairs. Chocolate on the brain, everyone. And
Are we going out for pastries later?
I would love to, quite honestly. And here is your website, and Priscilla has also
Thank you.
put your Facebook.
Thank
And I
you.
love, please explain psychic meliorist.
Meliorist. Okay.
Yes.
My good friend Susan, who I met at church, told me one day, I think the word you're looking for is meliorist. When I said I didn't know what to call myself as a psychic, right? And because I was trying to pick between medium, psychic and spiritual medium, psychic extraordinary. I was trying to pick between the obvious ones, and she said you're a meliorist. It means a meliorist believes that things always get better,
Mm,
particularly with the help of the intervention of humans.
I
I
love
am
that.
paraphrasing um, from the dictionary, but anyway, yeah. So
I
I'm a
love that.
meliorist. Yeah,
I love that.
and that's how I give my readings. If I don't feel like you can either feel better or get better from my readings, I pretty much won't read.
Now, what I love about you, because I was checking things out and getting some points to ask you about. But what I love about you, and we haven't really talked about this, is I love coach that you
Yes,
coach
I love
other
doing that.
I love that you coach other psychics. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. And I think that's something that, for me being an empowerment coach, and yes, I do intuitive tutoring, is what I call it, but
Uh-huh.
I love that you do the coaching. I think that's like for people that are new, or people that um, just need a refreshing of this work, or to look at it with different lenses. I think it's amazing. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh my God, I would love to because I am passionately in love with it. Okay, and I fell in love with it during the first lockdown.
Hmm.
So there I was, sitting home, sitting on my bed every day, looking out the window. And we had on lockdown with us, we had my beloved friend Starlight. And uh, and so I just got this idea in my head to contact my friend John and say, "Hey, John, do you think you might want to work on the hotlines?" Because he had trained to be a psychic for years at the Envision School in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, which is a great place to learn all kinds of techniques. And but the Envision School also teaches you not to anticipate getting paid to be a psychic. So so I just got this in my head. I contacted him and he said, "You know what? I got nothing to do. Let's do this." And I ended up with like 15, 20 people. And four, I think it's four of them got jobs on hotlines and still do have jobs on hotlines. One of them became a psychic medium that gets paid rather than a psychic medium who, I'm sorry, spirit medium, forgive me, spirit medium who gets paid rather than a medium who voraciously practices. And of course, she still voraciously practices. And so then I started teaching people, coaching people who were new to it. So I had two factions. This is still during lockdown, and I had already done that a little bit. I had already given several workshops. This is all in the, going back a long way. I have given workshops about energy healing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I wasn't new to teaching or coaching, but this particular form of it is something that I have realized is just so delicious to me. I can't not do it. I love it. And I don't, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're going to have like an online course, and everybody can buy it and, you'll make money in your sleep." And that's a big thing right now, right? You get to make
Right.
money in your sleep. So I don't know, but I doubt it because the joy that I have is to be with someone in the moment and say, "Okay, right there, what was that?" Right? And I'm
Right.
sure you do this when you're
Yep.
coaching, right, Elias?
Yeah. I
You see people seeing something and they think they're not, right? Or
right.
hearing something and they think
Right.
they're not, and then you bring it out of them. So
Right.
I love that so much. I'm not sure I could boil it down to a purchasable. Anyway,
And I would say that you're like me. You're a connector.
yes,
You like
yeah,
to connect people, and I
I
love to do it.
do.
Why do you think I do these guest lives? Because I love connecting people. Now, Janelle, my friend from Hawaii, said, "May I have your permission to share your links on my Molokai Mystics, Intuitive Mediums, and Entrepreneurs group, please?"
Oh, and they're not mimes. I just got it. Okay.
Yes.
Mime. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Was
you.
that for me? Or
That's
that,
for you. That's for you.
oh,
And
see,
Janelle, you should have Aria come on your group sometime.
oh
She'd
my
be
God, I would love
lovely.
to.
It would be
I would
lovely to have
love
her on there. Yeah.
to.
Um, Janelle is a wonderful intuitive as well. And she likes to promote just like I do. And she is just a beautiful soul, beautiful soul. She has a live with her friend Nick that they do. Um, they do something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Janelle. It's silly rainbows, or silly rainbow day, or something like that, right? It's just they just have fun. They have a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So Janelle's a really good person to know. Now, is there, because I know for me, when I talk with a client, I'll always say, "What's your intention for your session?" Because I want to know what their intention is. Like you, it's like, "Am I going to get married?" I don't know. Do you want to get married? I mean, it's like the bigger question is, what's blocking you from getting married? And that's when the intuitive piece and the coaching piece come together and make a beautiful synergy. Um, so for me,
Yes, that is beautiful. Sorry.
it's wonderful, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And that's where I like, okay, let's let's work, because everybody upstairs wants action.
yeah.
If we just sit in our rumps and just say, well, you know, tell me what I'm going to do. Well, that's nice to tell you what you're going to do, but you know, are you doing the work?
Right,
You have to do the work, and it
right.
means more when you do the work. Trust me, I sit here sometimes and like, why is this happening? And what I used to say many years ago was, why is this happening to me? Now the question is different. Now I say, why is this happening for me?
Oh,
Which is completely gives it a whole different twist. Um,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yes.
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 Janelle says, thank you. Yes, it's Tuesday, Silly Rainbow Show. It'd be wonderful to have Aria on my Phoenix Friday show.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Yes,
Janelle, that'd be
yes,
great.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just you guys contact on Facebook and it'd be
Okay.
wonderful. So if you were to, because we're just doing this live here, if you were to say there would be a message from everybody upstairs, like what's a key message, like a general message for everybody if you were to get something?
You mean right now?
If you wanted to. You don't
Okay.
have to.
Cue the music.
If you want- Yes.
Okay, hang
Yes.
on. So this is something that I was taught in the beginning of my career, how Kate Leiden not to do, which is close my eyes. Thank you for introducing me to Kate Leiden Elias. Um, is to close my eyes and be silent. But I got to do it. So if you want to play the Jeopardy music for a moment,
Because I love doing that. You know how much I love doing
okay,
that, because it's totally my favorite. Hang on one second.
okay,
But I might play something completely different. Hang on, please
okay,
hold.
okay. And
Um,
I'm tuning in even as we speak. I'm going to look for this particular group who's with us right now and anyone who might be listening in the future. So I'm casting a wider net. Okay. Okay. I'm hearing two sentences. One is hold your horses, and the next one is be at peace. And the sense that I'm getting with hold your horses, be at peace is something that I think we all can recognize that we've all started to do as a collective anyway, which is to not overreact. I think there was a period of time where, as a collective, we did overreact, and what is the word when you face off with someone? Um,
when
Polarized.
we're oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Polarized. Yeah. And I think for a long time as a collective, we polarized. So hold your horses, be at peace is a lot about what is already happening. Okay, I'm repeating myself here. Hang on. What's already happening, which is that we are learning to think, we are learning to slow down. We have made enormous strides. I don't care what you think about how bad everything is. The positive changes are massive and they are coming in faster and thicker even as we speak. So don't polarize. Just watch and love what's happening. And when you don't love what's happening, wait. Do your best. Wait and do your best. Wait and do your best. That is the message I'm hearing over and out. Well, not really out. I'm still in the zone here. But that's what I'm getting thus far.
I love that, because as you were doing your thing, I picked two cards
Oh boy.
from
Yes.
from Denise Lynn's Sacred Destiny Oracle deck,
Oh, cool. One of my favorites.
and
Yeah.
and opportunity
Oh yeah.
and healing chaos. It's exactly what you said.
Yes.
Opportunity to heal chaos.
Right. Hold
It
your
is
horses. Be at peace.
right.
If you don't like what's going on, wait and do
I,
your best.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, because what we do sometimes is I love that you're frozen like this. It was really great. It's beautiful. Um, so I think, and guys, I have to apologize. There's if you guys are not seeing Aria, if she's pausing and the words are still, you can still hear her. It's just a bad connection. That's all it is. Don't worry. It's a good
It's my
connection
relation.
between us, but it's a bad
Yes.
connection with the Wi-Fi system. So
Okay, come on, tell the truth. It's my relationship to Clutch Cargo. I
it
miss
is your
Clutch.
relationship to Clutch Cargo. For those of you that are old enough to watch Clutch Cargo, you'll remember this. Watch Cargo. See? It's good.
Okay.
It's good. Um, Mercury in retrograde, said Liz. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
And Bridget says hello. And hi,
Hi.
Karen. So good
Hi.
to see you. You and Karen Stringer would be fast friends, my friend Karen. You
Okay.
guys would just get along. So your vibe, both of your vibes is so it's so cool. You guys have the same basic like chill, relaxed vibe, and you guys just float. It's just she lives close to where, she lives in around near Sterling, where I used to live, 2 hours
Oh
away,
yeah.
but still so good.
Karen, I
Hello,
can't wait
Nate.
to have eclairs with you.
Yeah. Oh, Karen would
Eclairs.
make the eclairs. She would make the eclairs. Trust me, she's that good.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Priscilla says, "Oh, I agree. They're both hilarious too. You both
Oh,
are hilarious. Karen can make me laugh. And she makes everybody laugh. She finds and her like your laugh. You have the gift of contagious laughter. When you start to laugh, everybody laughs with you, and I think
oh
it's
Lord.
just amazing." Karen says yes. She agrees.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. I'm
what
trying not
would
to
you
snort as I laugh because
no,
that would
but I
be
love when you
vastly
snort. It's so
contagious.
much fun.
Okay.
Uh, hi, Robin, our other moderator, or should I say moderator,
Moderator.
mediator,
Moderator. Moderator.
moderator, and kind of look like
Moderator.
this moderator,
Moderator.
moderator. Yes. Um, Tell everybody what's your favorite part of this work that you do? Why? And let's hold that question. We're talking about awareness. How can people start being more aware of their intuitive gifts or more aware of how spirit is talking to them? Let me say hello to Susan and hello, Janie. Good to see you. Um, what
Hi.
would you say? What would you say to that?
Okay. Cue the Jeopardy music again.
Okay, one moment,
Um,
please hold.
how can they be more aware? So, actually, the what's coming forward now, which I know there's more than this because I personally know that, but what's coming forward right now as a reading for the answer to answer your question,
Mhm.
how's that for Hanglish? Okay,
That's great. I like it.
is is when you feel like you're fighting something.
Hmm.
When you feel like you're fighting something, it probably, well, let's say, just ask yourself, am I fighting something that I feel like I know? Or am I fighting with the voice in my head? Or am I extremely uncomfortable in my body or extremely excited and happy in my body, but I'm not supposed to be? Or in other words, are you thinking so when you're uncomfortable, you might be experiencing the opposite of what your intuition is telling you. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that totally makes sense.
It
Totally
does.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay. All right. So that would be the first way to notice. And the next thing would be watch for things out of the corner of your eye. And then you turn and you look. Oh, they're not there. Right.
Right.
Um, let's see. What else do we have? So, I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff about spiritual change
Mm-hmm.
and intuitive change. And I don't even need to look at it. I can just share it. May I share
Of
it now?
course. Please
Okay.
let me go to the comments really quickly.
Okay.
Melissa said someone took their Google pills today. Loving it. And also we should mention, you guys, Aria has uh, a live that she does with her brother.
Oh, do we
So
giggle there? Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, I'm sure you
This
guys
is
do.
nothing. I don't hold back the snorts on that.
I think
My
that's
brother
great.
is very psychic, and so we call ourselves the psychic siblings. And we basically have a rip roaring, fantastic time. And we've tried to do readings, but it turns into like this. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. My
And that's what
brother
it should
makes me
be.
laugh so hard. My
It
brother's one of the funniest
should be
people in the
that.
world.
It
Yeah, yeah,
should be
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Mikey says, I was co-founder with another person. We often disagreed. They passed away. And as I helped the next generation, the similarities of what was shared in prior cards you pulled spoke to me. Thank you both. Awesome.
Um, oh,
Robin,
that's
before you came on, Aria said that her strongest clair is claircognizance. And again,
and
knowing,
that's knowing.
yep,
Yeah.
it's knowing.
So Robin, I'll tell you how. Oh, go ahead. Stop
Yes.
reading.
No, I was,
Permission,
so,
acceptance to hear.
yep,
Yep.
yep, exactly. Exactly.
So when you, um, I'll tell you what my guides told me when I was getting readings for the first time, and I didn't want to get into what I knew because I thought I was crazy. I thought I was going to be judged because my entire life I had been crazy, and what is wrong with my hair? Um, uh, my entire life I'd been told I was crazy or I thought I was crazy, one or the other, right? So there I was getting paid to do readings and knowing something and thinking I can't say that because fill in the blank, right? And
Right.
then I heard a voice say, "Pretend you're falling off a cliff and just do it." And in that moment, I saw a greeting card in my head. So that was my clairvoyance, right? So I was clairaudient, which said, "Just pretend you're falling off a cliff."
Right.
Immediately followed by clairvoyance, there was a greeting card that showed a woman falling off of a cliff. I think I saw it at Women and Children First, the bookstore, and it said something about her, somebody jumping off a cliff and knowing that the angels would catch her,
Mm.
and so it was about taking chances, right? So I sat there in the first reading where I heard this, and I went, "All right," and I actually imagined myself going backwards, and I just opened my mouth, and it worked. It worked really well. So
And that's the important thing. It is about taking a chance. I mean, many of you that follow me know that um, moving from Chicago to Sterling, 2 hour drive, was taking a chance.
yeah,
Getting married, not having that work out, getting divorced, staying there, and then deciding, you know what? I need to move to the Pacific Northwest. And that was, I mean, I really didn't, you know, I have a couple students from massage school that live in the area. One lives about 15 miles away, and one lives about 40 minutes away. But that's it. That's all I knew. And it was a huge leap of faith of taking action, moving with it, trusting it, and knowing here's the important part, guys, knowing that when you trust your intuition, if it doesn't work, guess what? There was something that you needed to learn in that moment or because of that experience. And then you get to even build yourself up even more because you have done something about it. You have taken action, you have moved forward. And that is the biggest learning piece that I would give anybody. Like I always say, when you say yes to yourself, the universe says yes back.
I had two things to add to that. One is a question for you, Elias.
Yes.
When you felt you should decided to move
Yes.
um, to your current location,
Yeah.
where did it come in the first time? Which
How
Claire came in?
um that was a that was claircognizant. It was just a knowing. It
Okay.
was when I did the Celebrate Your Life, when I was a student or an attendee at Celebrate Your Life the first
Uh-huh.
time, because you had to be an attendee to be part of the contest that they were doing for the speaker program.
Hmm.
And I came to Skamania Lodge in Stevenson, um, Washington, stepped foot on that land, looked out, saw the mountains, saw the Columbia River Gorge, and I'm like, oh my God, I would live here. I mean, I would totally live here. I was still married at that point. I went, I would live here. And when I got divorced, and then after, COVID hit and everything, and I got my vaccinations, that was just my choice. I had a couple clients die, and I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to back to Skamania for 5 days. I'm just going to look and see, does it feel right. So there was the knowing, and the second piece was the clairsentient. It had to feel right, and
Mhm.
it's what I did. Karen says, "Hi, Nikki Schletz from St. Thomas. So good to see you, my friend." Nikki's also she's lived in many places, but she is a fellow Chicagoan that she took a chance, huge chance. Her and her
Yeah.
husband now have a chartering business in St. Thomas. They
Nikki,
just
do you
like,
know my friend Starlight? Her family works there in St.
mm,
Thomas. Well, anyway, we'll chat later.
maybe we'll
Sorry.
chat. Yeah.
All
No,
right.
that's all good. It's all good. Hang on, let me see. Karen says she loves Women in Children's First because Karen was also Chicagoan before she moved to the Sterling area.
Oh, okay. It is
Interesting.
the best bookstore ever. Yeah. If there ever
Yes.
should be a bookstore that stays open, it's that one.
Funny how
Okay.
you're taking action. I pulled an oracle card for myself today and got the action card. Love that,
That's
Lisa.
the next thing I wanted to say was something
Yes.
about action. May I?
Yes. And then we'll go to Janelle's question. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, um, I just want to give an example of how a psychic reading can make that you get that you don't like
Mm-hmm.
can turn into something that you do like. So I have a client who was going to a family reunion in a really far away place, really snowy place. It was a ski lodge. She's an introvert and she didn't want to stay for the whole weekend. And she kept saying to me for months, every time we had a reading, she would say, "Do you see me staying after the initial meet and greet and the first night?" And I would look, "Yeah, I see you staying." Next week, same thing. Next week, same thing. She must have asked me like 20 times because we had a once a week call. And then the time came. She comes back. I go, "Did you end up staying the whole weekend?" She goes, "Nope." And I go, "Oh, wow, I'm so glad I'm wrong because I know that's what you wanted." And she goes, "Yep. Every time you told me you saw me staying, I got more determined not to stay." And she moved heaven and earth. She really looked for the she was like Luke Skywalker. She turned
Mm-hmm.
off she turned off the Aria, right? And she
Right.
turned on the Force, right? And she found her
Right.
own chink in the armor and she took it and she did it and she walked a long way in the snow and took public transportation in a place she'd never been before and she got home.
See, and this makes sense to me now because my people upstairs sometimes will tell them no, so they'll
Yeah.
do something about it. When they
Oh, that's
ask a yes or
hysterical.
no question, when people ask a yes or no question, like, am I
Yeah.
going to get married? They will say no
Yeah.
because then it forces them to, like, well, I'm going to prove you wrong.
But I
I'm like,
love
hey,
him.
I'm just telling you, you know? Right,
Right.
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 Janelle says, maybe this is a
Okay.
good question for both of you to respond to. I tend to forget to read the keywords on the cards while giving readings. It's almost as if shuffling, pulling cards is simply to tap in. Am I being disrespectful to what may be the full message if I don't read the words on the cards? That's interesting. Um, for example, Janelle and anyone else that does this, um, if you're going to read, let's say tarot cards, because we'll go from tarot then to oracle. Tarot cards have the typical tarot cards are one, two, three, four, five, something of six of cups, of shields, of this, of that, whatever. Okay, and then you kind of know what that means. Well, you also are looking at what's in the card and what's in the picture. But when you look at a card, like we'll just take this for example. Okay, courage. It says
Oh,
courage. If I didn't show you courage and I just showed you this,
yeah.
what do you get from it? You have to feel the card itself has an energy. So I say you do you, Janelle. And and then after you've explained what you've explained, my suggestion, Aria might have another suggestion. If you read this like you're reading, and then go back and look at the word, and then if you're getting anything from the word, then add it to it. but you have to go with what
Perfect.
is first coming in. Would you not agree?
I 1,000% agree. And I would like to point out in her comment, it said, it's almost as if, strike through, it's almost as if shuffling and pulling the cards is to tap in.
Yep.
And then do what Elias says and just follow up with it later. But if she's on a roll and she forgets
She's on a roll.
entirely,
Yeah.
she's on a roll. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Emiliana, hello, good evening. I just love her name. Don't you love that
I
name?
love that name.
Emiliana. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Facebook user, love this name too. Hello, Facebook user. Uh,
Hi there.
uh, Pamela, I love your last name. Let me please try to pronounce it. Um, Poranesny, is that correct? I hope it's correct. I love last names. I love like the phonetics of it. So please put it phonetically so I can do that. She said, "What is this world coming to?" That's a great question too, and I'd love to ask Aria her opinion as well. Um, what's coming to me is that we are learning in all of this craziness during this time. We are learning how to go within. We are learning to trust self, but we're also learning how do we connect to others? How do we truly connect? Because guess what? We're so busy, or we were before COVID, doing this. Did you say something? We're so busy on this and communicating or texting or not even bothering to pick up the phone and calling somebody. I think it really gives us a chance to unite in a different way and really know what's really important. That think about how I'm going to say this, and please know if you lost anybody from COVID, I mean no disrespect. We're learning to honor breath, the importance of breath and what breath means and how we breathe life and how we breathe into action of what we want, and to trust that there is always a reason for why we're going through whatever we go through. I know there have been many difficult situations. I've lost clients from COVID, and I've had friends that have COVID, and it really did freak me out. And I think we have to learn somehow. That's why we do this. Yes, the intuitive piece is awesome and great, but we have to learn what true kindness is all about. And how are we kinder to the person sitting next to us? How are we kinder to the elderly? How we teach our children to be kind and to have hope? Sorry, I can feel myself getting on my pulpit, and I'm going to slowly step down.
Oh my God. I was gonna start rocking because
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
yeah, yeah.
Do you want?
Go ahead.
Are you complete or
I am
no?
because
No, I don't mean complete. I mean, if you have more to say, it was wonderful. I just want to sit here and
thanks,
soak it up.
thanks. I just can get really moved. Um, and I know that you feel this because I know you. But we do stuff from our hearts. Those of us that are in integrity with this work, those of us that are authentic with this work and don't operate from ego, are doing this work to be of service. I don't claim that I'm right. I don't claim that I am 100% correct. I am not God, spirit, or universe. I cannot do that. Only God and Oprah can. But it's just that I feel very strongly that we're here to make a difference, those of us that are in service, and to make our world a better place and to connect other like minded people so we can build community and make a difference. Because I can't do it by myself, you can't do it by yourself, but together we can make a change, just you and I together. And then if we get a couple other people together, and then if we get 30 to 35 people that are on here now together, to make a difference, to stand up for something, to say there is more in this world than just the frivolous things, the superficial things. If we talk from our hearts and learn to be vulnerable, then everybody, then we all get in touch with our truest intuitive self. There is that awareness. There is that awareness. Okay, I'm off the pulpit.
Right on. I
Thanks.
do. I do. You are right on. We are here to be fair to each other and to ourselves. This, I think, is the biggest lesson that I see is fairness. What's fair? How do we coexist fairly? How do we? And I think that what's the awakening of intuition will make us more aware of who we are. So the answer to what is this world coming to? This world is coming into being a place where we are fair, first of all, to the earth, fair to ourselves, fair to our knowingness. And I'm going to say it again with fair to ourselves. When we get raised by whoever raises us or the people who deeply affected us or television media raises us, right? And when we get raised, sometimes we take those ideas and think that it's us. So
Right.
intuition is often about pushing and going, oh, this one thing is coming in here. Okay, is that me or is that intuition? And if that is intuition me? And is this me? Are these shoes me? Is this food that I eat me? Is this really what I want in this world? And I want out of my life and what I'm capable of giving. Okay, so that's being fair to you, fair to yourself. And then when that is able to happen, you can be fair to others, or vice versa. When you learn to be
Right.
fair to others, you can, in return, be fair to yourself. It doesn't matter where you start, but the fairness is coming forward. So that's what this world is coming to. I also see an enormous cleanliness of this earth. What is this earth? What is this world coming to? It's going to be clean,
Yeah.
very clean and very fair.
And think about it, clean eating, clean to ourselves. We
Yeah.
have to get clean ourselves to be able
Mm-hmm.
to, and
Mm-hmm.
that means on
Yep, yep.
all levels, everybody. Good point. Bridget says, that's what happens to me. I see signs about Myrtle Beach all the time. I feel a pull there all the time. I pass streets named Myrtle everywhere. I
Whoa.
see license plates here in Jersey all the time, and I've never felt I belonged here and need to go there. I'm planning for getting there and taking that leap also. Excellent, Bridget. Good for
Exciting.
you, girl. Good, good, good. And thank you, Priscilla, for putting
Thank you.
Aria's um, website on there. Janelle says, love it. Self empowerment. Yes. Pamela says, Aria.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Karen. Hi, Karen. This is such a beautiful story in action. Love it. Great. Sorry. She says, I can't hear anything. Don't know why you can't hear
Oh,
anything.
oh no.
Um, I think that if you watch the replay, it has the captions. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Uh, Pamela, try going out and coming back in. Okay. She said, okay. Um, there's laughing from Liz. Thank you. Robin says, yes, during classes, Elias always makes us look at the card and tell him what we see on feel before actually reading the card. Yeah, good. Close. Okay, thanks. I got her last name close. Going to StreamYard and allowing them to show your name. Um, Poronesny. Poronesny. Okay,
Nice.
excellent. Thank you. Janelle says, I use Oracle cards since I was 2. I've always felt the energy of pictures. I do catch the card titles most of the time. Thank you both. You're welcome. Lee says, beautiful answer. And guys, Lee is on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Susan, I kind of afraid to ask because I could be wrong, but she feels like a very, very old soul. And I saw a vapor, fog-like substance coming out of her mouth when she was speaking. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. You're not crazy, sister. You're just
No, you're
feeling
not
it.
crazy.
Can you see me now? Hello, no Facebook user. Hey. Um, We must live love to the world. Yes.
Oh, sorry. We
Karen
must.
says
True.
preach.
Preach.
Liz says
Correct.
that's spirit moving you. Yes. Soon we'll be like, and raise them and bring them and sing them to the world. Sing it, sing it, sing. Okay.
And so is the fog. The fog
The
is
fog.
this the
Yes.
spirit itself. Hi,
Absolutely
hi.
agree. Pamela, can I have a baby girl in pure love? You're awesome. Thank you. Building, cleaning house. Awesome, awesome. Mic drop. Standing in full agreement. Thank you. I know we missed some of the comments, guys. So sorry. Together we can be that 5G like web. Yep. Karen Fisher says, I get really frustrated and impatient when I can't interpret messages, signs in the now instead of putting them to the side for another day. Is there tips that you recommend for that process? I love these kind of questions, don't
Thank
you,
you.
Aria?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, you
Good.
go.
No, you go.
Oh,
I
me
went
go?
the last 2 times. You go first. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, just leave it alone. Don't hurt yourself, right? A lot of times, people say, "What does it mean when I see this license plate 400 times a day, or something?" Um, I have another client who says, "I'm mad at my guides. They're not talking to me." Well, okay, so look, feel, relax, feel, and see if your head is pulled one way or another or that way, and then see what your eyes land on. If you're not getting messages, it's first of all, it's not a bad thing. And um, okay, so you know what? I'm not answering her question. What she wants to know is,
Well, you are. You're
how,
saying, are there any tips you recommend for that process? You're
okay,
answering it, honey. You are.
all right, okay, so relax, let your head be pulled one way or the other. Let yourself listen. If you are looking for an interpretation, um, ask to be shown one, ask to have one known.
Right.
Ask. That's really the answer. I don't need
And
to say
I would
that's
agree
really
with
true.
you
Yeah,
150%
right.
because maybe Karen, for you and for others, myself included, sometimes you have to say, can you show this to me in a different way? Show me a way that I will understand it a little bit clearer, softly, gently, yet quickly. So important. So important. Pamela says, study. I don't know what you're referring to, but rock on, sister. Studying is
Right.
really important. Um, I don't agree with fair, but for me, it's to honor ourselves, and that also means honoring others.
Sounds
Okay?
super fair to me, and
Yep.
that it's even
Yes.
better than fair, actually. Honoring.
Yes.
That's even better than fair.
Aria, I feel sadness around you.
Oh, well, you want to have coffee and eclairs? We'll talk.
Coffee and eclairs. I like it. I like it. And Ari, I have to say, the closer that you get to the camera, the better the Wi-Fi is.
Oh,
That's
oh, okay.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just be right here then. Hi.
That's a little close, but you can be. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I just love you.
I love you
Pamela
back.
says, "Learn. I studied with numerology. Awesome." Mo says, "People are lonely. Saying hello to someone can brighten their day. Simple. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly." Janie says, "I get. Oh, this is a good one. I get visions while I'm meditating. While I'm meditating today, I I have seen a lot of people using their energy to place into grids. The grids turned into sacred geometry, and the group got to go into a different dimension. Hmm. The point of me saying that is that each one of these people that was in the group had a certain gifts that had to be put into the grid, and we literally cannot do this without each other. And I always thought that, yes, I wasn't very important, that only certain people were meant to do it. No, and you are correct. Everybody can do this work, you guys.
Yeah.
We are all born from the same breath, universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to say. I don't know if I ever told you this, Aria, but a friend of mine said, God, universe, spirit. And she just said, Gus. Gus can go ahead and please feel free to use that. Gus.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
God. I love that.
Gus can go ahead and breathe in into our soul, create life, and we all have that essence within us. We all have that feeling within us. I think I've used essence before. I have, when I've done the channeling from the archangel realm. Um, I keep on saying archangel, the angelic realm. So we all have these gifts. All of us have gifts. We
Mhm.
all can share gifts. Each of us get the gift differently. And if you look at all the teachers, all of them are saying the same message, but they're saying it differently because
Mhm.
each person's going to learn or interpret it differently. So, good point, Janie. Emiliana, she has such an angelic glow to her. Could almost see wings. Yes, so true.
Whoa.
Give yourself more patience. You have to let it come and not force it. So true.
Correct.
Um, yes, April, Celine Dion it. Have I ever showed you Celine Dion it? I
No.
haven't, Aria. In the morning, sometimes I'll do meditations where, like Sonia Choquette,
Yeah.
also a fellow Chicagoan at one time, guys.
Yeah.
She taught us that to align your chakras, you go, ha, right?
Okay. Ha.
So one time
Ha.
I said, okay, now we're going to Celine Dion it. And I do this. I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see it. Ha! So we're, so
Oh shit! I snorted.
that's a good
Oh, I
snort. Yeah.
swore too.
So we Celine Dion it. And if I could find it, let me see if I could find it really quickly. This is your time to do the do. But I made up a T-shirt once where it was a Celine Dion it T-shirt, and it would have been so great. But to buy it or to make it, it costs a lot of money, and I would have had to charge $30. That's why I was like, I'm not charging people $30 for a T-shirt.
Mhm.
It's a great concept. It's a great thing to look at, but I'm like, no. I mean, we could Celine Dion it in other ways, but it was so cool. And I said once, I'm like, you know what? One of these days, we're gonna have Celine Dion come on this, and she'll be like, Celine Dion it. I love it. Like how I'm stalling while I'm trying to look for this Celine
Dun,
Dion it. There it is. Okay, ready? Here we go.
dun, dun. Oh my God! Yes. Oh,
Celine
Elias, that is.
hashtag Celine Dion it.
And then is it? Okay. Say
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. That's adorable,
And
and
then
it's
on the back
right.
it says my, connect,
Yes.
educate, grow. But it's all
Yes.
the chakras. But I wanted to kind of be like a whoo, like a bent arm, but it was
Yeah.
okay. All right. Sorry, as I spit and have dog hair from kissing dogs earlier. I've always studied since a child. It's been more oh, you should have seen one time, Aria and everybody else. I was in guided meditation. I was doing guided meditation, and on the tip of my tongue, because I was smooching Harry and Willow, and I was like, now take a nice breath in and breathe out. And I'm trying to breathe out the dog hair that's stuck on the tip of my tongue. So for the whole 7 minutes of a guided meditation, I had dog hair on the tip of my tongue.
Oh
Anyway,
my
okay.
God.
Only on my lives, people. I've always studied since a child. It was more about the deeper process I was asking. I do get frustrated and get stuck at times of overthinking, especially when reading for others. Yes, and Karen, I used to do the same thing. It moves us. And she said, thank you both. Um, Karen,
And I
softly
bet
and
you,
gently. Yes.
right.
Go ahead.
And I bet you $20, Karen, that you're clairaudient. Is that correct?
Mhm. I bet you too. Karen
Because
says coffee and eclairs sound a perfect prescription for me.
exactly.
Yes, I'm just going to go a little quicker with these real quick.
Okay. All right.
Next time this happens, ask the person the cards are for. The message might not be for you to understand, but give them to who they belong.
That can work.
Hello, John. My Claire is clairvoyant.
John.
When I see a message I do not understand, I try to describe the message as clearly and cleanly and clearly as possible. I may not have a life experience to interpret. I let the client interpret for themselves. Often it's a real aha moment for them. Yes, true. And I've done that too. I'm like, well, what do you see here? Because it's really about, what is the client taking, from the experience. John, I think we know each other. I'm pretty sure we know each other. Pretty
Thank
sure.
you.
I think we do. Okay.
Yeah.
Mo says, Aria, I seen a woman with a Aria, I see a woman with a child standing over your left hand shoulder, towards the back of your living room. They've been there through the entire session. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
Okay.
But now let's practice here.
Yes.
So, Maureen, uh, a woman with a child, it that kind of means nothing, right, to me.
Yes.
So, if I was your client, you'd say she's wearing a purple shawl. I get the sense that she's tall. The child has red hair, or whatever. Right? You
Right.
start to get more specific. Thank you, John, for reminding me that that is the way.
Right.
It's true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pamela, mental people are sent from God. Yep. Gus, love
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Unite, love it. Oh my God, I've had that grid feeling during meditation. Yep.
I have seen
Um,
grids a million times, long before I knew what they were. I was like, "What is that thing? It looks like a dirty a screen off a window."
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Compliments are great ways to connect.
Yep.
Karen Fisher, I think I've been calling you Corrine. Oh, you're cute. Thank you, laughing, laughing. That's funny, Celine Dion it. I know, exactly. Pamela, I think I bag need my I I think I bag need my cat after you. Um, okay. Don't know what that means, but okay, we'll go for it. Brandy, hi Brandy. I think I thank you. I think I named my cat after Priscilla. Okay.
Oh,
Great
cool.
name. Coffee Clutch and Claire's. The
Oh,
term coffee
perfect.
clutch. I like it from the German word Kaffeeklatsch, which means to coffee and gossip. I love it. I
Okay.
love it. Coffee clutch and Claire's.
Oh
That's
no,
really good,
clutch like
Ari.
clutch cargo.
Like clutch. Yes, like just exactly. Clutch cargo. Right. Uh so oh that really hurt. That really hurts. So guys, you don't know this, but on Sunday I walked for about 2 miles and
He heard his obliques.
really hurt my obliques, the side part of my stomach muscle. So laughing
Honey,
really hurts, but it's so good. I'm
I'm
wearing one
sorry.
of those heat wraps. No, it's good. John, we do. Yes. Is Arya staying for meditation this evening? I don't know. You want to stay for meditation this evening?
I'd love to. Sure. I
Okay.
actually really would love to.
Okay. Phone isn't working. Shocking. No, that's okay. Uh, Geniuses. Yes. Okay. So, where did this hour go?
I don't
Where
know.
did this? Would you come back?
Yes.
I love for
I'd
you to come
love
back. Okay.
to.
And I want you to, everybody, before you guys go, please stay. I want to show you something and just show you what this is the best way that I can show you. So in February, look at all the great people that are coming up in February. So the theme is love. This will be out soon. So you guys will see this coming up in a bit. And talking about co-creating with spirit, scripting your next chapter. This is happening on January 27th. It's an online event with
Sounds
Laura
good.
Wooster, who has worked with John Holland. She's worked with Joe Shields. She's worked with Janet Nohavik. Laura is John's assistant in many ways, more than many ways, because she's just amazing in her own right. And we're doing it for $9, you guys. $9.
That
Come
is
see it.
amazing.
And thank you, Priscilla. Thanks.
How can you
Emiliana
not?
says, yes, come back. So I'm so glad we did this, Aria, really, truly. And then, guys, so you all know, starting in February, this will come up soon. New times, new days. February lives are going to be on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. Spirit chat will be on Saturdays at 5 o'clock. And then starting in March, the lives will be on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So starting in March, I want to devote more time. I've been doing a lot of lives. I want to devote more time to um, doing a workbook, but also allow time for clients because a lot of my clients need nighttime stuff and I need to make that available. So I'm going to switch some things up and I'm just doing what we need to do. So, well, I'll keep you posted, everybody. Awesome lineup as well. Yes, Liz Dawn, you guys, please make sure. So I'm going to tell you, February 1st is February 1st is Lee Michael will be February 1st. Sorry. Lee Michael will be February 1st, and he will be talking about love of spirit. And then February 8th,
Oh, nice.
Liz Dawn, the fairy godmother of love, CEO and founder of Celebrate Your Life,
And
Mishka
she's funny.
Productions. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Will be on February 8th. Please come, guys, mark it down. And then February 15th, I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember the show Make Me a Supermodel? Bravo. Well, anyway, my friend Ronnie Kroll will be coming on the show, and we'll be talking about love of self-honoring. How do we love self? And then we have our wonderful
Wait, what does that
Rhiannon.
have to do with a supermodel?
That's just where he was known from.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
He's a fellow
Sorry to
Chicagoan
interrupt.
as well. No, it's
Sorry to
okay.
interrupt. Okay.
And then we have Love of Animals with our own Rhiannon, and that is on February 22nd. So we've got a lot of cool people coming up. And then we also have Karen Radin somewhere in there. We got to figure it out. So February 1st, I have my next surgery. We'll have to watch a few days later. Nate, sending you much love and positivity and healing for that. Karen says, tonight was fabulous. Blessings all. Karen, stay for the meditation. We're going to start in a minute. Sarah says, thank you, Aria. Such an uplifting and great chat. Thank you, Sarah, for watching. It is literally 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It is late. It is late there. So
Wow.
2, 3, 4. I think it's like, what is it? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So thank you for watching. Okay. I'm just going to put you on mute for a second.
Okay.
And I'm going to cue up the music. And guys, we did this last time, and I love this. Please put in the comments, what would you like to have happen tomorrow? Just one word. Like, what do you want to call in? What would you like to continue to manifest for tomorrow? What's your hope for tomorrow? That's a great one. What is your hope for tomorrow? So put that in the comments, and I'm going to base the meditation based on your comments. Okay? We're going to cue up the music. Okay. So we'll do it this way. I'm just going to, instead of writing them all down, I'm just going to do it this way. So I'm going to get to my music. So high tech, Aria. Get my music, and we look at it, and we see it. And this is where I say, please hold callers. And then we do this. That's not what I wanted, because that's an ad. But we'll have to wait for the ad to stop, of course. And I don't know how we do it. Okay, there we go. And then we do it this way. Okay. All right, everybody, take a nice breath in. And I want you to just breathe. Place your hand on the center of your chest. And in this moment, imagine or sense or feel being surrounded by divine golden light. And know that when your head touches a pillow tonight, you will feel calmness. You will feel much love. And you will feel a sense of peace. Knowing that tomorrow is a special day. Knowing that tomorrow you will have so much love of self. You will have self-acceptance. You will be productive. You'll be so open in your self-love that you will have spiritual guidance. And with that guidance, those of you that are seeking Your love star crossed lovers. You can sense it, you can feel it. And in this lightness, you have a day full of laughter. There's love and forgiveness. With that love and forgiveness, it empowers you. It empowers you to have unlimited joy. With that love and forgiveness and that empowerment and that joy, it brings upon healing, a sense of stability, a true love connection. Any physical pain that's happening for you, you'll wake up knowing that you will feel a bit better. You'll be lighter and be able to laugh more. Get that sense of happiness. Feel that calm. And by feeling that calm and happiness and being so light that you laugh, you will feel motivated. Motivated to celebrate you, to celebrate your joy. And as you do that, you have confidence in it. And with the confidence brings clear decision making. You have all these tools for you and so much more. So when your head touches the pillow tonight, go into a deep, peaceful slumber and wake up energized with all these tools, with all these sense of knowing, and know that you are limitless. Take a breath in and slowly come back to the here and now. I hope that was good for everyone. And Janelle says, amen, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Aria, thank you so much for being here. You can go ahead. I don't know if you're on mute. Try to unmute your mic. I don't know how to. You have to do it on your own. Sarah says, beautiful meditation. Thank you.
Really quieted my nervous system. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
And guys, thank you for watching. Please do me a favor. Please like, follow, and share. I want to do my best to grow this community. I'm not able to get my Instagram account back yet. I did make up a new Instagram account. It's eliaspatris.intuitive motivator. Please like and follow that. I don't know what's going to happen. I had a lot of over 1,500 people following me on Instagram, and I've lost it all for some crazy reason. So I hope you all have a beautiful day tomorrow. And again, Aria, thank you so much. And hold that thought. Guys, remember, we are here to connect. And when we connect, we educate one another. And when we educate one another, we grow. There is unity in community. From my heart to yours, be well. And I will see you on Friday for Spirit Chat. And I'll let you know when Karen Radin will be back. And Aria, thank you for doing this last minute. I so appreciate it. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, you're welcome. And please come back. You're so always welcome. And we'll talk soon. Take care, everyone. Be well.